The Vancouver Independent Film Festival is a scam. I know this is a bit of a wild accusation, but I can prove it. In this video, I'll show you how these scammers present a sloppy illusion of a legitimate festival, take advantage of filmmakers by charging them insane rates and using them, and all the while never screening any films, which is literally the main goal of a film festival. Since COVID has taken hold of the world, the film festival community has been either forced to postpone, cancel, or relocate online. Because of this, it's easier than ever to pretend to run a festival online, use Film Freeway to facilitate the submissions, and then drain filmmakers who spam their films and celebrate when they get to put a laurel on their poster. Although other local film festivals like Run and Gun were able to make numerous live screenings available online, the Independent Film Festival does not and has never had online screenings. Despite its alleged numerous festivals per year, the Vancouver Independent Film Festival boasts the highest submission costs, highest submission categories at 58, and a lack of online presence that for its alleged size is impossible. I hope to show you fellow filmmakers why you should not submit your film here and, in a broader sense, vet all your festivals as carefully as you can prior to submitting your film so we can stop feeding scammers who prey on inexperienced independent artists by first conning them with false feelings of acceptance and then backpacking off their use of laurels to further create an illusion of legitimacy without ever presenting the films. First, I'll quickly discuss my experience with the festival. I submitted a short film to several festivals, and it was the highest price of them all. I was quickly notified that I was selected as a finalist for their May issue. The email contained all sorts of weird grammar, an absence of personal signature, and no indication that there would be any kind of festival whatsoever. Only that the judges would privately review finalists and then said finalists could screen online upon their request. I then read a negative review that has since been removed that claimed the festival was a scam, and I withdrew my film immediately. The festival released my film without issue and I received a refund. Since then, I've spoken to a number of local filmmakers, Film Freeway itself, and even the K-Meek Arts Center, the alleged location, about the festival's legitimacy. The general impression I got is that nobody knows what the fuck is going on. No local filmmakers I spoke with know anybody involved or anything about this festival. Film Freeway acknowledged my complaint and shot down the festival's suspiciously inaccurate information, which I will get to later. And during a phone call, the K-Meek Arts Center box office had no knowledge of this festival, and only later in an email did they reveal the festival's intent to run for the first time this year, first September and now this fall, despite its claim of running for 5. And at the time of writing this, there is nothing on K-Meek's website regarding a fall festival. K-Meek did, however, provide me the email of the festival organizer, who I've since reached out to, but he has declined a phone call and has yet to respond to my question. Run and Gun held 2 in-person screenings at the Rio in June and July that went off without a hitch, so there was really no excuse for a festival not to have an in-person screening or, at the very least, an online event. K-Meek revealed that the festival's organizer had used their venue in the past with a different production name, most likely the Pacific United Productions, which can be seen in one of the only 4 photos ever seen about this festival. So there is a thread of legitimacy here amongst all the crap. On their website, the festival does acknowledge its roots as a cooperation between Pacific United and another company called 24 Frames. However, it goes on to state that since this cooperation's commencement, countless events from screenings and stage performances to appreciation nights, galas, and cruise trips on opening and closing ceremonies have been successfully executed in Vancouver.
Yeah, I've got a raging clue right now.
Mine's pointing to the left.
In May, under the festival's organizers, executive manager Patrick Waugh was listed, but now that's gone and it shows completely different names and titles. The award certificate presented to films on their websites contains a significant spelling error, which has since been corrected, and also appears to be signed by Bruce Lee, the festival director, who is not listed on Film Freeway. On the Transparency tab, you can see the listing date was August 2020, around the same time the festival's Instagram began and stopped posting, all except for one of their Instagram posts were within 10 days. Their Facebook page has a similar story, and searching the festival name on YouTube yields only a single result, which is these guys, who appear to have been duped as well. The emails were really interesting, and sloppy grammar aside, contained some very suspicious information about review solicitation. In the email, the festival, referring to June 12th, the winner announcement date, claims, "Please take note that Film Freeway might ask you to review the festival before that date. This is an automatic message that they will send for everybody, and we have no control over it, and receiving that message has nothing with our decision." You don't have to look hard on the Film Freeway page to see an abundance of 5-star reviews, essentially all of which are thanking the festival for selecting their film as a finalist, and yet when I forwarded this email to Film Freeway, they stated, "Eligible filmmakers are invited to submit a review after the festival event occurs, not beforehand." By lying about this and saying that Film Freeway itself will automatically ask for an early review, the festival is able to secure reviews without ever having to put on a festival. Filmmakers seem to be happy accepting the finalist laurel as a big win and moving on. By the way, my link for the finalist laurel still works, and if I wanted to, I could just use this link and put a winner laurel on my film and no one would know the difference. So come on by and submit for categories like the $181 all categories short feature film, or the $200 all categories feature film, or the $130 publicity package that also gets pushed in the email they send. All of that money potentially coming in, and their website still looks like this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Not only does it look functionally wrecked, but it actually is functionally wrecked. None of these buttons work, the Contact Us form doesn't work, under the News tab, 2 posts claim to be before August 2020, but the domain name was registered on GoDaddy on August 7th, 2020, the same time as everything else. Then, 8 days ago, I received an email from what I thought was Film Freeway advertising this Vancouver Independent Film Festival, meaning not only had they not taken any action, but they were actually promoting it. So I started doing this video again because I felt compelled to get the word out and to help other filmmakers avoid this trap. I searched for that email and what I found was this. All of these ads for bi-monthly online independent film festivals are the same. I can open up any of these festivals and guarantee they appear within the last year, feature virtually the same winners page, virtually the same award certificate, news dating back past 2020 but with the website publishing date of 2020, broken contact forms, and no trace of online screenings anywhere. And not only that, but if I go to unsubscribe from any of these emails, they all take me back to the same place. I'd like to be wrong here, but what it seems like right now is bogus festivals aren't vetted properly by Film Freeway and are distributing your email to other frauds, much like telemarketer scams. This is pretty wild to consider that because of festivals' newly found anonymity during COVID, they can get away with pretending to have a festival without actually having one and do so several times a year. If you want to help this indie film community keep its integrity and be a place where you can connect with others, share and discover films, then stop and study the festivals you're submitting to. A film festival is a presentation of films in a live setting, whether that's in person or online. The simple fact that these festivals never present films immediately disqualifies them from being festivals. So if they're fundamentally not festivals, then what are they? And why does Film Freeway allow this? They're just websites that Film Freeway allows to sell official selection laurels for $50 to $170 and arbitrarily hand out winner certificates on a bi-monthly basis. So if you're cool with having your film never seen and wasting money on a laurel for a festival that doesn't exist, then be my guest. But if you're not, then make your own fake festival laurel and save some money.